everyone, welcome to Sweet Tomato Vine Homestead. I'm Linda. Today I'm in the garden and I am so excited about how my moss rose is looking. This is the portulaca that I planted. I started them from seed and y'all, they are looking wonderful. I did put some fish emulsion on them last week and I am so happy at how they turned out. I'm gonna put some of this in my Dollar Tree stackable today. I've already started it. I just went into the garden and pulled out my Dollar Tree stackable, and I'm just putting one in each one. It doesn't look like much at first because these are small, but I will be, continuing to feed them with some fertilizer and water them, and they will bush out, and they'll be the size of the ones that I have in the Dollar Tree stackable over here in no time. Let me show you what it's looking like today. So this is what my portulaca is looking like that I have in my Dollar Tree stackable. That's some thyme right there, but I have portulaca in these other stackables, and this is how it is looking right now. And so I am going to go ahead and fill these other stackables with these flowers, but I wanted to show it to you all. I won't be doing that on camera. I just wanted to show it to you all because I'm not gonna be doing it on camera, so that whenever you saw it and it was already done, you would know that this is what we did today. But I am going to be deadheading some flowers. I'm going to go and I'm going to do a walk through the garden and just show you some of the things that are still looking good and show you some of the things that need to come out. So that is what we're going to basically do today. Okay, right here I have some of the Swiss chard. This is some of the bright light Swiss chard, as you can see back here where the it has the yellow stems on it. Some okra pods are forming on this green velvet okra. It don't take long for the pods to reach maturity once they start forming. We got flowers that are forming on our Asanaza beans. Got some holy basil right here that is needing to be harvested. Peppermint herb is going to flower right now. Some purple sweet William that's in full bloom. Have some sweet mint that is ready to be harvested. Hey, this is the silver lace corn. It is in the bed with some Clemson spineless okra. The autumn azalea is one of the plants that I will be deadheading today, but it is looking really good. Y'all, these marigolds are taking over this small bed that has these ornamental peppers in it. They have completely taken over. And these are the crackerjack marigolds. And this is what they will look like. And these are medicinal marigolds. But you want to harvest them when they're blooming. After they dry, you just want to go ahead and get their seeds. You harvest the flowers while they're in bloom for medicinal purposes. Okay, this is what the little watermelon is looking like that is growing on the fence. Now it has some company. So I got one right there, and then this one right here. Okay, this is what our fresh basil is looking like now. It is growing really good. These are some mushroom basket tomatoes. I still have some Brussels sprouts surviving in the garden. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and harvest these leaves and cook them. Okay, got more mushroom basket tomatoes, but this morning glory is trying to take over. A little bee came to pollinate it to help it out. There is a huge mushroom basket tomato back there. This plant is covered. Y'all, this is the plant, one that I did as an experiment. I put in the bed early in the season before our last frost. I put this mushroom basket tomato in this bed as an experiment to see if it will survive. This is the plant that is doing better than any other tomato plant in this garden. It is humongous. It is loaded with tomatoes. And all of the tomatoes, the plant, you know, you can see that it has some drying leaves because I have not came in here and pruned this plant. I have not done anything to this plant. And these tomatoes look superb. The plant, for the most part, looks superb. It does have a lot of drying leaves on it, but the plant, those are just drying leaves. The plant is not diseased at all. But this plant has done wonderfully. Last season, I planted a mushroom basket tomato. I got some mushroom basket tomatoes, but plant was not prolific like this plant is. Morning Glory can be a pesky plant, but it is so beautiful. And the flowers open early in the morning. They close afternoon. I started these flowers from seeds. These are some, I think these are alum. They're related to the onion plant. You can see how that top looks like the onion. It's also time to harvest some of this mullein and lamb's ear. Once before I called this borage, but this is, this is mullein. And this one is lamb's ear. See how it looks like a lamb's ear? Y'all, look at my finger. My finger, this is from shelling peas. So I decided I'm gonna start putting a piece of tape on my fingernail when I'm shelling peas, because that shelling those peas wear your fingernail to the nub. This little finger right here has been catching it, shelling peas. So that is why it's looking like it's looking. But I will be taping it. I got some white electrical tape that I think will be good for it. I tried the Band-Aid. Band-Aid didn't work. Band-Aid got beat up too, so I got some white electrical tape that I use for my tree grafting. I'm gonna put that white tape on my nail when I'm shelling peas to see if I can save that poor nail from looking like that. It's got a hangnail on it and everything. So I just wanted to show it to you all, because y'all pea shellers, y'all can relate. And y'all look at the grass. The grass is so green and plush, but it needs to be mowed because it has been so hot and has been raining. So this is what the grass looks like now, but it's beautiful and green. Okay, so I have some blood meal, bone meal, and some slow release fertilizer in this container, and I'm just gonna give it a mix. I'm gonna plant some flowers in this container. Okay, so the bed that I'm gonna be planting in is my Vegega bed. Got a few weeds in here I wanna pull out. Go ahead and put my glove on, because first thing this morning I came out and there was a spider on the door, and I tried to get him off of the door because I was going in and out. And when I tried to get him off, y'all, he got on me. He might be still on me because I never did find him again. But you know how they be attached to the web? But it's okay. I think it's one of those. If it's a spider called a daddy long leg, that's probably what he was. He had some long legs. Y'all know what those spiders ought to have, those real long legs. I'm not sure. I'll look it up, and when I see what kind it was, I'll put it on the screen. But okay, I have some mulch in here, but the mulch has kind of just mixed in with the soil, so I'm not gonna be worried about trying to pull the mulch back, because it's mostly just soil now. It turned mostly to compost, because it's been a while since I mulched this bed. And so what I can do is add some more topsoil to this bed so that I can, plant my seeds. So I'm going to grab some topsoil. Very inexpensive topsoil that I purchased, and it is one of the ones that right now, I don't know in your area, but you can check your area. This topsoil was $1.50 a bag, so it's gonna help me out in the garden as far as topping off some of my plants. It's very sandy, but I'm gonna mix it in with this mulch and the good soil that I have in this bed. I'm just gonna mix it in. So that's gonna give me more soil than mulch. And it's gonna be a very inexpensive way to do this. I could top this off with some expensive soil, but I am going to fertilize it. And so that is gonna make up the difference. I'm gonna add some nice rich fertilizer to it to make up the difference. And now I'm just gonna work it in. I wanna go ahead and take my irrigation out since I don't wanna bury my irrigation. I want the irrigation to be on top. And now I can work it in better. So I got the fertilizer in. I don't want to damage the roots on this camellia bush. Camellia bushes are your bushes that will give you flowers during the winter months. Best to get those bad leaves off, but you want to take your pruners and get them off instead of pulling them off. If you have any bad leaves that look like they may have disease or anything, go ahead and get them off of your plant. Okay, so now I'm gonna add a little bit more of my fertilizer. I want to get some flowers in this without having to go to the nursery. And so the 3 seeds I'm going to be putting in here are going to be my cosmos. I'm going to put some pansies and some Dusty Miller. Dusty Miller and pansies are 2 of your beautiful plants that you can grow during the fall and winter months. So these cosmos are going to die out when the first frost comes, but the pansies and the Dusty Millers will continue to grow. So I'm just gonna sprinkle some of these seeds in. Those were my Cosmo seeds. I prefer to do my pansies in containers, but I have not been having that great of luck with those pansies in those containers. This is the first time I direct sown my pansy seeds, so this is kind of an experiment with those. I've had luck with my Dusty Millers in starter trays. This time I'm also going to be direct sowing some of these Dusty Miller seeds. And these are the pelleted seeds, and it's a lot of soil in here because I dropped these seeds when I first got them. I dropped them and some soil is in here with them, but those are some pelleted Dusty Millers. Dusty Millers are some small seeds, and if they get really thick, what I will do, I will thin these Dusty Millers out. Y'all know sometimes I don't thin, but I will thin these Dusty Millers. So now I'm just gonna mist it because I want to get a good soil and seed contact. I'm just gonna lightly mist it. Just mist those seeds so that they can get a good soil and seed contact, but you don't want them to go underneath the soil too deep because these seeds need light to germinate. Okay, I'm not going to mulch this bed right now. I'm going to wait until my seeds start to germinate. and then I'll add some mulch to this bed. Sometimes I go ahead and mulch the bed before I get germination, but in this case, I'm not going to. But I am going to add my irrigation back to this bed. We got a flower bed planted. I have a tree pepper in this container. And Diva Jones sent these seeds. I'm going to do a little cleanup around this area. Got some weeds in this area that need to come out. They got a lot of roots that are in this bed. I cut some plants that were in this bed, and they were the goji berry plants, because y'all goji berries have taken over this container. They're still trying to take over the container, but I want to get this tree pepper to grow for me. So I'm going to put some fertilizer on it, pull out some of these other roots, some other things that they're not doing so great in this bed. I don't know what that is right there. I'm gonna leave. I don't know. I'm gonna take it out. Take that out too. And I just want this plant to go ahead and start thriving. Add some more. I'm gonna add some topsoil to this bed also. Plant kind of leaning. It may not have enough of a soil base around it. So sometimes your plant needs, you see that how the plant is, it don't have any stability in this bed because my roots are beginning to come out. So I'm gonna add some topsoil to this bed. Although this topsoil, like I said, may not be the best of soil, but you can use it as a filler in your bed. And it's not one of the worst ones, because some of the topsoils are just horrible. So this is going to help to build my bed up. Take my label so I'll remember that this is my tree pepper, because I am keeping an eye on it. Go ahead, I'm going to stand this chamomile up. Sure, it's going to do better with the topsoil around it. And especially if I go ahead and add some more of my fertilizer. Like I told you, these are the blood meal, bone meal, and slow release fertilizer. So this is going to help my peppers to put on some flowers. And then I'll be coming back and putting the more bloom and fish emulsion in this bed also. So like I told you, I'm only doing a few beds at a time, just trying to get caught up on the work that needs to be done in the garden, since the last couple of days has been a little cooler. So I am going to go ahead and try to start catching up some of my beds. I'm not going to try to overwhelm myself, because y'all, it is easy to become overwhelmed in the garden, especially when you're in these months when it's going to be busy anyway. And so you have things, a lot of other things you have to do. like your canning and things like that. And so you can only do so much. So like I told you, cut yourself some slack. There are things that need to be done, but I'm not gonna be able to get all of them done. I just accepted the fact I'm not gonna be able to get it all done, and I don't like feeling overwhelmed. I don't like to have to deal with a lot of stress, and so that is why I'm quick to cut myself some slack. I be like, oh well, you know, not gonna be able to get this done today. I'll put it off. I'll put it off till tomorrow. Sometimes I put it off till next week, and it just depends on what all has to be done. So I urge you all too to cut yourself some slack and realize that you are not a superwoman or a superman, and that some things is just not going to get done. I really feel like now I need to cut that. I can go ahead and harvest these off of my chamomile, and I have some drying, so to make my chamomile bush look a little better, to make my chamomile plant look better, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to harvest these off, and now the chamomile plant will grow, and it'll bush out some. So I'll go ahead and put those in my hanging basket to dry. Okay, and I beat up this snapdragon in front, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it a slight prune. And now I am going to mulch. I'm gonna mulch and water this bed. Fertilizer and some mulch to these strawberries. This is bone meal, blood meal, and slow release fertilizer. Find the bottom of those plants so that these fertilizers can get into those roots. It's gonna help them put on flowers and more strawberries. These are some elderberry strawberries right here. Now I'm gonna water my fertilizer in, and then I'm gonna add some mulch. It will help to make my strawberries be more clean. When I get ready to harvest them, they won't be laying directly on soil. I want to get in there good and get that fertilizer washed in, so they won't just be laying around the bottom of your plant. And this plant already has a lot of flowers on it, so get ready to make some more strawberries. I'm going to be adding this in by the handful so that I can pull my plant back and see where I'm putting this mulch. I don't just want to randomly put this mulch in here. I want to make sure that I got my plant pulled up. watching to see where my crowns or my plants are. Eliminating the chance to cover up my crowns and destroy my plants. And these plants are running. They're running out of this container. See, I got some ant activity in here, so that's gonna call for some diatomaceous earth. I'm gonna go ahead and get right on it. Pull my diatomaceous earth out here and put it into this bed. Okay, I got my diatomaceous earth. This is food grade diatomaceous earth, so that means it's perfect for working, you know, perfect for having around your food. Comes with a little duster inside. I never used it, but I heard that it can work pretty good if you like to use it. I do have something in this container that I'm going to be using to distribute it on these ants. And you can, if you got one of these little pots that have the holes in it, you can just hold it over it and shake it over the area, and it's dropping the diatomaceous earth in the area. And this is going to fossilize those ants. You can, if this is going slow like this, you can just put some in. And so after I put this diatomaceous earth in here, I'm not going to be watering. And diatomaceous earth is also good for your squash plants to take care of those squash bugs. But you don't want to water it after you put it on, because then you'll have to reapply it. This cucumber plant right here is one that I have on this arch trellis. And y'all, this cucumber plant has, in the last few days, just started putting off a lot of cucumbers. Oh, y'all, there's a melon over here. I put some melons in this one also, in this container. So y'all, it's a lot going on in this container, y'all, but my beans did not do well in this container. They have grown, but for a while, this container was one of the ones that was not getting proper irrigation. And so it did not do well. But some of the other things did very good in this container. I did not cut the beans though. See, this is what the beans are looking like. I still have the beans in this container, and it's looking pretty bad. So I'm gonna get my pruners and I'm gonna take off these leaves that look really bad. I could just pull them off like this. Take off these leaves. Because keeping these leaves on here that look like this is only gonna hurt your plant. It's not gonna help your plant at all. Take them off. This plant right here, whole plant didn't make it, so I'm gonna go ahead and take that out. Then you're gonna get all these leaves that fell to the bottom that decayed, get them out. And that's gonna make your container look a whole lot better. Come on, little clover, let's go. Got something growing at the bottom of the container. This is one of those goji berries, or either a ground cherry. We have a lot of those already. But you can see this cucumber plant also has some bad leaves on it. So I'm gonna get those out. This is beans right here. I'm getting those cucumber plants, cucumber leaves off that look really bad also. Y'all, this is just one. These are just small tasks that I'm doing today because there is so much work out here. Y'all know, you believe it because y'all know. And look at this cucumber here. I think I'm gonna take this one in, and y'all, my great granddaughters are here today. I think I'm gonna let them try out cucumber sandwiches today. They probably won't like it, but I'm gonna let them try it anyway. And I like them, so I'm gonna fix some cucumber sandwiches. So these cucumbers are gonna come with me today. So I'm gonna put that one in my pocket. Oh yeah, I thought that was a cucumber, but That's back to my melon that's over here. Okay, this one's small, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take this one. So these, I'm gonna take those for my cucumber sandwiches. Y'all know I got some more cucumbers. I have some cucumbers over there that need to be harvested right now. But these are the ones that are on the trellis. These are the ones that's on the arch trellis. So I'm just gonna take them for now. But while I'm over here, what I really am going to do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna plant my lemon cucumber in this container. But this plant is looking so much better without all of the bad leaves on it. I'm going to fertilize this also while I'm planting my lemon cucumber. I'm also going to go ahead and harvest these tomatoes since they've cracked. This one's not bad, but this other one has cracked because of the rain. Go ahead and get them off. Take them inside. Go ahead and take them inside. There's a couple more down here also. This plant's not looking that great right now. I'm gonna let it stay in here for a little while longer, so because I have some more on here that I'll need to. I have some more here that I want to ripen. Okay, so now I got my fertilizer. That's my slow release fertilizer, my blood meal, and my bone meal. Get my gloves on. I'm just gonna put 2 seeds in here. Don't want to overdo it because this is a very small container. I already got a cucumber growing in here and some beans and a melon. And so that's a lot for this small container. But the key is gonna be to fertilize it good. I'm just gonna find me a little area that I want to plant and pull back my mulch. See if I can make sure I'm not disturbing any roots on any of this stuff that I got planted. I don't want to go too deep. Put my fertilizer in. That was a lot of fertilizer. We're in the middle of the growing season now, so we want to go ahead and fertilize our plant so they can go ahead and do what they're going to do. But we got a lot of time left for growing, so I said I was going to put 2 seeds in here. I'm going to try to stick to my word. I'm going to put 2. One trying to jump out of my hand. I'm going to put 2 seeds. And these are my lemon cucumber seeds. I'm going to put a label in here too, because if I don't, we'll be coming out here and looking at this and I'll be like, what is this? So I am going to drop my 2 seeds right there. I'm going to lightly cover them. Just going to lightly cover them. I don't need them buried deep or anything. I'm not going to even pull my mulch back around them. I'm going to wait until they germinate to pull my mulch back around. And now I've got my pocket full of cucumbers and tomatoes. And I need to get my label out. Okay, so I got my label. And I am going to put my lemon cucumber label in here. See a lot of peppers that's needing to get harvested. Y'all, as I said, I got my great-granddaughters in here, and we are going to, I'm going to let them splash in the pool today. Okay, so I got my label in. I want to plant another cucumber. I need some more national pickling cucumbers, and I want to drop some more of my zinnia seeds because my zinnias are beginning to die out. And I have a lot of zinnias left in the garden, but we still have a long growing season, so I want to plant some more zinnias. So let's Sucession plant some national cucumbers and then Sucession plant some more zinnias. This is what the national pickling cucumber look like. These are the ones I like to make my pickles with. You can use some other ones for making pickles, but these make the best, crunchiest pickles to me. So this is the ones that I am going to be planting some more of for making pickles. I'm having to step over a lot of food in this food forest to get to this point. I see I have some more potatoes over here I need to harvest. I got 2 30-gallon grow bags of potatoes over here. Okay, let's just need to take a look in there. Right here, I got some goji berries that's growing out of control. They just did themselves. So I'm gonna be harvesting some goji berries soon and letting them dry out. Have a big tomato right here. My pocket is already full of tomatoes. I wasn't planning on doing any harvesting, but sometimes you just gotta go ahead and do some harvesting. So I got a big tomato right here. Big, beautiful tomato. Green on one side. It's not really green. It's blushing on one side and orange on the other. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in my pocket. But now, see, I got some eggplant over here that I could harvest, because these eggplant right here are not the ones that get large. These are some of the smaller eggplant. But then I do have some of the eggplant, those little ones those miniature eggplants that are orange. They mature orange. Those are I think they're called encino eggplants. Those are the ones that Southern Girl City Garden sent me. She sent me those seeds. Okay, so my goal right now though is to get in here and plant some national pickling cucumbers. And so this is gonna be really fast because y'all, this is a tight spot in here. This is a tight spot. So hopefully this is a safe spot because it's tight. So I see some nice jalapeno peppers. I'm not gonna harvest them yet because I'm not ready to make any jalapeno peppers or anything. But I am going to mix this. I added my fertilizer in, and I'm just gonna toss in a few of my national pickling cucumber seeds. If I can get to them, because I have a lot of stuff in my pocket now. These are my Boston pickling. These are Boston pickling, so they do as well as the national pickling. So that is what I'm going to put. 3 Boston pickling seeds in here. 4 came out, so 4 going in. I'm going to take my little trowel. Yeah, I think this trowel is so cute. You know, sometimes you see something and you just can't resist it. I could not resist this little trowel. It's titanium. I'm going to cover these little seeds lightly. Just lightly cover them, and we getting out of here. I'm gonna get my hose. I'm gonna water these in. I see some nice tomatoes that I can get. I'll come back and do a harvest video later. Not right now, because I'm ready to get breakfast started for my great granddaughter. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and water in my seeds. And that's just gonna help to ensure that I get a good germination. Try not to wet my plant as much as I can. Although it's been so hot, I haven't really had a problem with these plants getting diseased up from getting the leaves wet. Okay, so I got those seeds watered in. And I see some roses I want to deadhead. This is my Rose of Sharon shrub that I cut down to the ground every season, because if I don't, it'll grow all the way to the top of the house. It has beautiful flowers and foliage, so I don't want to dig it out. And that's going to help your plant to grow healthier. Also going to deadhead this climber. Some of these flowers still look okay, but if I go ahead and cut them off, that'll just help this plant to put on more buds and grow even more beautiful. It has very healthy looking leaves on it. There's a clematis growing in here, but now some other type of vine is also in here. This is not a clematis right here. This is probably morning glory, because morning glory is very invasive. So you want to get morning glory out, because it will choke your plant out. I just noticed that there's a purslane growing in here with my moss rose. A purslane could have seeded itself over here, or it could have been something else that was mixed in with my moss rose seeds. You can deadhead your zinnia and go ahead and start to getting those seeds. These beds are looking really good right now. This is my flower bed. Has the zinnia. This is the lantana right here. Has some purple verbena in here. Back there, those are the purple hub peas. Still getting some pea flowers on those. Over here are some more zinnias. And then we have some white lantana. So I hope that y'all have enjoyed this video today, and that you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And go ahead and hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload a new video. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.